I have the greatest NFL bet perhaps ever, and we're going to be looking at the Commanders-Eagles game this weekend. So let's do a little betting preview. Let's start out by going through the spread and the total. So the spread's at 6.5, Eagles favored. This should be a good game, though. My Commanders are going to shine. And then we also have the total at 47, 47.5, depending on the sports book. So if you want to bet the over, make sure you're betting on Caesars, on Bet365, on one of the sports books that's giving you the best possible line on the over. If you want to go with the under, try to find the best price on the under, which is going to be under 47.5 at minus 110 odds. So as a sharp bettor, you always need to be looking for value, right? You always need to be looking for value. Like one of the things we discuss on this YouTube a lot is sports betting is one of those rare forms of gambling, kind of like poker, where you can actually win and have an edge, right? It's very different than slots or roulette. In sports betting, you can actually win long term. In fact, to win when you're betting on spreads and totals at minus 110 odds, all you have to do is win over 52.4% of your bets. But the thing is most Americans can't do that. Most people can't do that, right? Most people can't even win 51% of spreads and total bets, right? They think they have an advantage, but they don't actually have an advantage. So the sportsbooks, advantage on you, how they make money, is charging the vig, charging juice, forcing you to bet $11 to win back 10 on spreads and totals. And all that means is you need to win 52.4% of your bets to break even. So the purpose of this YouTube isn't to get you rich overnight. It's to really teach you how you can go from winning on spreads and totals 50% of the time to 55% of the time, where you actually have an edge and make money in the long run, right? That's what we discuss on the OddsJam YouTube. And the first thing I'll tell you is if you're placing bets over 47.5 on this game at minus 110 odds on BWin, when you can get over 47, half a point better on Caesars at minus 110, you're screwed. You always need to be getting the best possible lines, right? This also means you should care about sportsbook odds, even if that sportsbook is not in your state, right? So you can see the Commanders are plus 245 on the Betfair exchange, which is a very active, liquid betting exchange in Europe. So you can see kind of right here the amount of money people are willing to bet on teams at particular prices, right? So that's a lot of money, right? This is, thousands and thousands of dollars being traded on the Betfair exchange on the Commanders. So at plus 245. So all that tells me as a sports bettor is I don't want to place a bet at plus 220 if everyone else in the market is being able to bet at plus 245 just because they're in a different location, right? It's just rational, data-driven sports betting. Find value in the odds, and even if a sportsbook isn't in your location, like this makes it very clear to me, I don't want to be betting on the Eagles at plus 207 or plus 225. It's already hard enough to make money sports betting. If you're placing bets at plus 207 when you could be getting plus 245, you're screwed, right? So consider each sportsbook as an independent data point of what the line should be and look for value. That's how you make money sports betting. So what's the play I have? So the bet I have is going to be on this sportsbook called WynnBet. It's available in a bunch of US states. And what's interesting is on Thursdays when I placed my bet, they have reduced juice. So they lower the vig, right? We mentioned when you're betting at typical juice, minus 110 on sportsbooks, you need to be winning 52.4% of the time to break even. But what's very interesting is what you'll notice is on WynnBet, they lower the juice to minus 102, or they slightly shade it, which means there's 1/5 as much juice, and you only need to win 50.5% of your bets to win long term. So the sportsbook still has the advantage because you can't only win 50%. 50% would be blindly betting over or under, right? Like literally a cat could win 50% of spreads and totals because every time the game goes over or under. So even just blindly going over, under, you're going to win 50% in the long run. So with reduced juice, it becomes a lot easier to find sharp bets. And what we'll notice is, hey, OddsJam picked up this amazing play right here. Let's go to it. I have a lot of bets open. Arkansas plus 2.5 will cash us $10K. And then if Arkansas and the Georgia game goes over, we'll win $23K. Thank you, Tigers, for winning. But anyways, let's scroll down. Let's find this bet. I have a ton of bets open, but let's just go to it. So here we have it. Commanders plus 6.5. I bet it at plus 103 odds. Why do we like this bet? So let's go back to OddsJam. Why is this bet mathematically profitable? 3.39% profit margin, $2,000 stake. My bet is worth $67.80. If you tried to give me $50 for my bet, I wouldn't give it to you because my bet is worth $67.80 in profit margin. If you tried to give me $60, three $20 bills, I wouldn't give it to you. My bet is worth $67.80, right? That's how you should think about it. So I have the Commanders, and I've been tracking my profit and loss for like the past, kind of since the start of NFL. I just figured it was a good thing to do. So we'll add this, Commanders plus 6.5, I apologize, $2,000 at plus 103. Right? So why do we love this bet? Look, the NFL is a very active betting market. You can see it right here. There's thousands and thousands of dollars being bet. The only way you're going to beat the bookmakers and make money on the NFL is when you take advantage of line discrepancies and you're able to find bets, right, where you're increasing your win probability, typically when it's minus 110 juice, from 50 to 55% of the time. Recreational bettors can't even win 51% of the time on spreads and totals. Pro bettors, people who do this full-time for a living, people have made hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this, you're winning 55% of the time. So finding these value spots, like here you can see WynnBet only had 4 cents of juice baked into their market, and this is just rational sports betting. We're just being a data-driven investor. Why do we love this bet at plus 103? Well, first of all, you can see Pinnacle Sportsbook, Bet Online, DraftKings, FanDuel, PointsBet, and Resorts World Bet, and the Betfair Exchange all have the Commanders plus 6.5 favored, right? Right here on DraftKings, it's juiced. You're getting worse odds. DraftKings is giving you less good odds, right? Whatever you want to call it, less advantageous odds, more negative odds on the Commanders plus 6.5. Then the Eagles minus 6.5. So that's because DraftKings, and based on all the action they've seen in the market, and it's supply and demand, more money's coming in on the Commanders plus 6.5 than the Eagles minus 6.5. It's a fair market. So you treat every sportsbook as an independent data point, and it's pretty clear that Commanders plus 6.5 should be the favorite outcome, probably around like minus 105. You can see the Betfair Exchange only has 4 cents in market width, and it's an arbitrage bet, right? This is also an arbitrage bet to Pinnacle. The sharpest sportsbook in the world is saying, hey, this should be priced at minus 112. So if we throw that into a zero vig odds calculator, which is right here, minus 101, minus 112, the true price for the Commanders plus 6.5 should be minus 105 according to Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest bookmaker in the world. They think the true price should be minus 105. We're getting plus 103 on WynnBet. So ridiculous value, right? The true price, this is the true price according to the entire market, not just Pinnacle. We're getting a ton of improvement to the true odds, right? And it's also an arbitrage bet, right? You could arb this. And if you haven't seen our videos on arbitrage betting, I'll include one in the end screen. Basically, you could bet on the Betfair Exchange on the Eagles minus 6.5, betting 100 to win 104, risking 100 to win 104 in profit, and you could risk 100 to win 103 in profit on the Commanders. And in either case, you're going to be up money. One bet's going to win, one bet's going to lose. So you're going to lose $100 on one sportsbook. The other bet, the other side, will win, and you'll either be up $3 or $4, depending on if the Eagles cover or the Commanders cover. So by definition, one of these bets has to be mathematically profitable. So I ended up rolling with the Commanders plus 6.5. And again, just ridiculous profit margin, 67.80. And we've gone through this before, but if you're placing bets with, say, an average EV or edge, right? This percent column is just profit margin on OddsJam. If you're placing bets with an average profit margin of 3.39%, what you'll notice is, hey, if your unit size is, say, $75 or you're staking $75 on everything, you need to place 20 bets a day, 19.6, to make $1,500 a month, right? And you can play with this sheet. I'll include it in the description. Like, let's say your unit size is 150 and you want to earn $1,500 a month. You only have to place 9 bets a day. It takes like 5 minutes. And if you want to earn $3,000, it's like, okay, now you got to place 19 bets. So, you know, it's pretty easy. You just literally hit refresh on this button, and then you place the bets with a profit margin that you deem acceptable. And again, this tool will make you money in the long run. You just have to place enough bets with it. It's just math. Literally, it's just math. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you make some money with us, and let's make some money.